Your Lexus has a trick hidden in plain sight, something that 99% of Lexus owners don't know about, something that could save you thousands of dollars, something that makes your car run better, last longer, and cost less to maintain. But Lexus doesn't advertise it. Your owner's manual buries it in technical jargon, and dealerships sure aren't going to tell you about it, because if you knew this trick, you'd need fewer repairs. I'm not talking about one trick. I'm talking about a collection of insider secrets that professional mechanics use but never share with customers. Secrets about how to extend your engine's life by 100,000 miles. Secrets about maintaining your car in a way that costs half of what most people spend. Secrets about preventing expensive repairs before they happen. Secrets that change everything about how you think about your Lexus. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the biggest Lexus secrets that separate owners who drive their cars to 400,000 miles from owners whose cars die at 150,000. Some of these will seem obvious once you hear them. Others will blow your mind that you didn't know sooner. All of them will save you money and keep your Lexus running like new for decades. Stick around, because secret number 5 is something that Japanese mechanics have known for years, but American Lexus owners are completely clueless about, and it's costing them tens of thousands in premature repairs. Let's get into it. Secret 1. The transmission temperature monitoring trick. Here's the secret that almost nobody knows about their Lexus transmission. Your transmission has a temperature sensor, and you can monitor it in real time. But here's why this matters. Transmission problems usually start with overheating. If you catch overheating early, you can prevent catastrophic transmission failure. Here's how to access your transmission temperature. On most Lexus models, go into your infotainment system menu. Look for diagnostic information or vehicle information. Scroll down until you find transmission temperature or ATF temperature. This shows you the actual temperature of your transmission fluid in real time. Now, here's the important part. Your transmission fluid should stay between 150 degrees Fahrenheit and 200 degrees Fahrenheit during normal driving. If it's consistently running above 210 degrees Fahrenheit, your transmission is overheating. That's a red flag. Excessive heat breaks down transmission fluid, damages clutches, and accelerates wear. If you notice your transmission temperature climbing above 210 degrees Fahrenheit, here's what to do. First, check your transmission fluid level. Low fluid causes overheating. Second, avoid aggressive driving, towing, or heavy loads until the temperature normalizes. Third, consider a transmission fluid change if it's been a while. Fresh fluid helps with cooling. Fourth, have your radiator checked. Sometimes transmission cooling lines are clogged. The genius part? Most people never check their transmission temperature until they need a $4,000 rebuild. By monitoring it regularly, you catch problems early and prevent catastrophic failure. Secret 2. The oil pressure diagnostic menu. Here's another secret hidden in your infotainment system. Your Lexus constantly monitors oil pressure. If you know how to access this data, you can tell if your engine is starting to have problems before any warning lights come on. Here's how to find it. Go into your infotainment system menu. Look for diagnostic information or system information. Find engine oil pressure or oil pressure. This shows your actual oil pressure in PSI right now. Now, here's what normal looks like. At idle, car stopped, engine running, 10 to 15 pounds per square inch. At cruising speed, highway, 40 to 60 pounds per square inch. At high RPM, 60 plus pounds per square inch. If your oil pressure is dropping below these numbers, something's wrong. Low pressure at idle could mean thin oil or a worn oil pump. Low pressure at cruising speed could mean worn bearings or a bad pressure sensor. Decreasing pressure over time, gradually dropping month to month, could mean your engine is wearing out. Here's the secret most mechanics know but won't tell you. If you catch low oil pressure early, you can save your engine. Just keep changing your oil on time. Use quality oil. Avoid driving hard when pressure is low. But if you ignore low oil pressure, you're headed for bearing failure and catastrophic engine damage. By checking oil pressure monthly in your diagnostic menu, you catch wear before it becomes a disaster. Secret 3. The coolant condition indicator. Your Lexus monitors coolant condition, and you can see it in the diagnostic menu. This is huge because many engine failures are caused by bad coolant, not mechanical failure. Go to your diagnostic menu and look for coolant condition or coolant status. Most Lexus models will show good, fair, or poor. If it shows fair or poor, your coolant is breaking down and needs to be replaced immediately. Don't wait. Don't think, I'll do it next month. Bad coolant turns acidic and eats your engine from the inside. It attacks gaskets, corrodes metal, and wears down bearings. I've seen perfectly good engines destroyed because an owner ignored a poor coolant reading for 10,000 miles. But I've also seen engines with 350,000 miles that are still perfect because the owner checked coolant condition monthly and replaced it as soon as it showed fair. This one diagnostic check could add 100,000 miles to your engine's life. Secret 4. The fuel trim monitoring technique. Here's a diagnostic secret that most Lexus owners have never heard of. Your engine computer constantly adjusts fuel injection to keep your air-fuel mixture perfect. It measures how far it has to adjust and stores this as fuel trim. If you monitor fuel trim, you can tell if your engine is developing problems. Access your diagnostic menu and look for fuel trim or short-term fuel trim and long-term fuel trim. These should be close to 0% or positive numbers within 5%. If fuel trim is consistently negative, like minus 15% or minus 20%, your engine is running lean. That means your fuel injectors are dirty or failing, your fuel pressure is low, your air intake is leaking, your oxygen sensors are bad. If fuel trim is consistently positive, like plus 15% or plus 20%, your engine is running rich. That means your fuel injectors are spraying too much. Your oxygen sensors are bad. Your air filter is clogged. Either way, significant fuel trim numbers tell you something is wrong before you see any performance problems. Mechanics charge $150 to read this data. You can check it in your diagnostic menu for free. Secret 5. The scheduled maintenance hack. The big one. Here's the secret that separates owners who spend $500 per year on maintenance from owners who spend $3,000 per year. It's about understanding your maintenance schedule so deeply that you control the costs. Most people follow the dealer's recommended maintenance schedule, which is aggressive and expensive. But if you read your owner's manual carefully, you'll find the actual manufacturer recommendations. Here's the trick. The dealer's schedule often recommends services that aren't actually required. For example, dealers recommend transmission fluid changes every 40,000 miles. Your manual says 60,000 miles or longer depending on conditions. Dealers recommend differential fluid changes at 50,000 miles. Your manual might say 60,000 to 90,000 miles. Dealers recommend power steering fluid changes annually. Your manual says every 50,000 to 70,000 miles. By following the actual manufacturer schedule instead of the dealer's aggressive schedule, you save thousands. But here's the key. You have to actually read your owner's manual and compare it to what the dealer recommends. Most people don't, so they pay $1,000 plus more per year than they need to. If you made it this far, then consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. And if you want the exact maintenance schedule that separates owners who spend $500 per year from owners who spend $3,000 per year, click the link in the description to grab my 500,000-mile car maintenance blueprint. It lays out every service interval exactly as specified by Lexus, so you never overspend on unnecessary maintenance again. Secret 6. The engine knock detection trick. Your Lexus engine computer constantly monitors for engine knock pre-ignition. You can access this data and monitor your engine's health. Go to your diagnostic menu and look for knock count or knock events or pre-ignition events. This tells you how many times your engine has experienced knock, fuel igniting too early. A healthy engine should have 0 or very few knock events. If you're seeing knock events regularly, it means you're using fuel with too low of an octane rating. Your timing is advancing too much. Your engine is running hot. Your fuel quality is poor. Knock damages your engine. Each knock is a tiny hammer blow to your pistons and bearings. If you're seeing regular knock events, switch to higher octane fuel or higher quality fuel immediately. By monitoring knock events, you can prevent engine damage before it becomes a repair. Secret 7. The Battery Health Predictor. Your Lexus monitors your battery voltage and can predict when it's going to fail. Go to your diagnostic menu and look for battery voltage. A healthy battery should read 13.5 to 14.5 volts when the car is running. If it's consistently below 13.5 volts, your battery is weak. If it's consistently above 15 volts, your charging system is overcharging. Also bad. Here's the trick. Check battery voltage monthly. If you see it gradually declining over a few months, replace your battery before it dies. Don't wait for complete failure. Catch it declining and replace it when you have time and money. Most batteries last 3 to 5 years. If you monitor voltage, you'll know exactly when replacement time is coming. Secret 8. The Sensor Fault Code Prevention Method. Your Lexus constantly runs self-diagnostics on every sensor. Before your engine throws a check engine light, the computer has already detected potential problems. You can read these pending fault codes before they become actual failures. Use an OBD2 scanner to read pending codes or predictive codes in addition to actual fault codes. Pending codes tell you what's about to fail. If you see a pending code for an oxygen sensor, that sensor is dying. Replace it now before it fully fails. If you see a pending code for a cam sensor, replace it before the car won't start. By addressing pending codes early, you prevent failures and expensive emergency repairs. Most people never check for pending codes, so they get blindsided when something fails. Secret 9. The Transmission Learn Reset Trick for better shifting. Here's a trick that smooths out rough transmission shifts. Your transmission computer learns your driving patterns and adjusts accordingly. But sometimes that learning gets corrupted and needs to be reset. Here's how. Drive your Lexus for about 10 to 15 miles at highway speeds, 45 to 55 miles per hour. Make sure the transmission fully cycles through all gears at least once. This is called a drive cycle, and it allows the transmission to relearn shift points. After this drive cycle, your transmission should shift smoother. If shifts are still rough, do another drive cycle. Sometimes it takes 2 to 3 cycles to fully relearn. This trick costs nothing and takes 15 minutes. Mechanics charge $200 to $300 to do a transmission adaptation. Now you can do it yourself for free. Secret 10. The Hidden Performance Monitoring Screen. Most Lexus models have a hidden performance monitoring screen that shows real-time data. This is in your infotainment system, usually under Display or Gauge Cluster settings. You can customize what data appears on your dashboard or infotainment screen. Set it to show oil pressure, coolant temperature, fuel economy, real-time, battery voltage, transmission temperature. Now you're monitoring your engine's health in real time while you drive. If oil pressure drops suddenly, you know something's wrong. If coolant temperature spikes, you know you're overheating. If fuel economy drops suddenly, you know something is affecting performance. Most people drive completely blind to these metrics. By monitoring them, you catch problems early and prevent expensive failures. The biggest secret, Lexus reliability is about proactive monitoring. Here's the real secret that ties all of these together. The reason some Lexus owners drive to 500,000 miles with minimal repairs and others have major failures at 150,000 miles is this. The successful owners monitor their cars constantly. They check diagnostic data. They monitor temperatures. They track trends. They catch problems early. The unsuccessful owners never check anything until something breaks. Japanese mechanics understand this. They check diagnostic data monthly. They know their cars inside and out. American owners just drive their cars and hope nothing breaks. That's why Japanese cars often have cleaner engines at 200,000 miles than American cars at 100,000 miles. It's not luck, it's proactive monitoring. Now that you know where to find this data, monitor it yourself. Check your diagnostic menu monthly. Watch for trends. Catch problems early. Do this, and your Lexus will reward you with 400,000, 500,000, maybe even 600,000 miles of flawless service. The bottom line, your Lexus is talking to you. Listen. Your Lexus computer is constantly monitoring dozens of parameters: oil pressure, coolant temperature, transmission temperature, battery voltage, fuel trim, engine knock, sensor health. All of this data is sitting in your diagnostic menus, just waiting for you to look at it. Dealerships and mechanics keep this data secret because knowing your car's condition puts you in control. But now you know where to find it. Start checking your diagnostic menus. Monitor your car's health. Catch problems early. Do this, and you'll never pay thousands for preventable failures again. Your Lexus has been trying to tell you what's going on. You just have to know how to listen. And if you want the complete guide to monitoring your Lexus, maintaining it perfectly, and keeping it running to 500,000 miles, click the link in the description to grab my 500,000 mile car maintenance blueprint. It covers every diagnostic screen, every monitoring technique, and every maintenance procedure that keeps your Lexus running like new for hundreds of thousands of miles. Master these secrets, and you'll own your Lexus for life. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.